Welcome to the very first Speak Like Brothers podcast, Guest Spotlight. Today, we're diving headfirst into a question that sparks endless debate. Can men and women really be just friends? And we couldn't think of a better person to explore this with than our very first special guest, London Graves. Get ready for an episode packed with honest opinions. But before we start, let us know in the comments, can men and women really be just friends? Or does somebody always catch feelings? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Team yes or team nah? We'll see who wins.
I just wanna live my life. I did what I thought was right.
What's good, everybody? I'm your favorite brother, Isaiah.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ben, and we already know that I'm your favorite brother. And on today's Speak Like Brothers podcast episode, we got our first guest. But if you don't know already, the objective of this podcast is to speak,
Relate.
and understand.
Today's conversation is one people have debated forever. Can men and women actually just be friends? Or is there always someone or something underneath the surface?
To help us answer that question today, we are joined by a special guest. Give it up for London Graves. Let's give her a nice warm welcome. Welcome, London, to the Speak Like Brothers podcast. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm 18. Just graduated high school from Burke. I'm going to Missouri State in about 2 weeks. That's pretty much it.
Okay, and what is your relation to the Speak Like Brothers podcast?
I'm friends with you, Penn. You, Ben.
Well, yes, you are. So, with no further ado, let's go and get into some questions. The first question, what kind of friend are you? Are you reliable? Are you funny? Are you the therapist? Or are you the honest friend?
Can I choose all of them?
Just one.
The therapist.
You're the therapist? Okay.
All right, and then the second question is, have you ever had a friendship completely change because of someone caught feelings? If yes, what happened?
I'd say the guy stopped talking to me for a while and then, acted like nothing happened. I wouldn't say completely changed.
Okay. So, well, our main topic today, as everybody knows from the title of this episode, can men and women really just be friends? So, let's go on and get into it.
All right, so we're gonna start with the biggest question: Can men and women be friends without zero romantic feelings? Why or why not?
It depends. It depends. As long as you have boundaries set in place, I feel like, you guys, a guy and a girl can be friends. Boundaries, if you feel like one of the two has, feelings for the other, just talk about it. And then make sure you talk about those boundaries. And if they aren't messing with it, cut them off.
Okay, great answer. All right, well, let me go on and get into it. I definitely feel like men and women can definitely just be friends. To me, like Bud just said, it depends on boundaries, communication, intentions, and how far you go back. Because not every relationship to me is romantic. People that you may have friendships with, you may know them through work, you may know them through school, you may know them through church. And sometimes, depending on the woman that you're friends with and how much she share with you, that'll make you kind of be like, yeah, we could just be friends, depending on how much you know. And honestly, I feel like the reason why it's cool for men and women to be friends, because I feel like as men, we're naturally aggressive, and sometimes we don't see and sometimes we don't see stuff the way that women do. And if you got a friend that's a woman who can kind of check you, like in your relationship, and you go to her and tell her about like what's going on in your situation, and she can let you know maybe how the woman is feeling more, or even give you ideas as far as like gifts. But I'm gonna hand it over to you, Trailer. What you think?
Um, I think it really depends for the most part. Now, let's say like you're in a relationship. Me personally, I don't want my girl having no friends. Like, unless maybe you knew them before we started talking, but making new friends, like guy friends, is just something that like me personally, I wouldn't be okay with.
Mhm.
Um, also do think it depends on a maturity level thing. I feel like a lot of guys really can't be friends with females, especially if they good looking, you know, or maybe even the other way around. Sometimes girls catch feelings too. I feel like the more younger you are, the more bound you are to catch feelings. And I think the more you surround yourself with the person, you're going to catch feelings with them. So, like, I think yes and no. But me personally, if we're talking about in a relationship, I would say no. And if we're talking about outside of a relationship, I would say yes. I'm assuming we're talking about inside, right? A relationship.
Yep, can be or cannot be. It's
Okay,
all how
yeah.
you want to look at it.
Well, y'all say I'm looking at it like that. So I'm looking at it as if you're in a relationship. So if
Hmm.
you're in a relationship, no, I don't think you should have friends that you met after me. I don't think you should have friends if you're meeting them after me. I don't want you meeting no other new guys, talking to them, seeing
Hmm.
them outside of, what I'm saying, work, anything like that. And that's just kind of my take on that. Uh, yeah.
Okay, for sure. So, London, as a lady on the podcast, do you disagree with me or Isaiah? Like, what's your thoughts about our thoughts?
From a female perspective, if you are okay, we're going to talk about inside of a relationship. If you are inside of a relationship with a dude, you guys obviously are setting those boundaries with one another, talking about, what you prefer, what you wouldn't prefer, so on and so forth. If y'all are okay with having the opposite gender friendships, as long as you know they're friends, or every single time one of those friends come around, they're not weird around you, and they're not saying, they're saying hi and they're introducing themselves and having conversations with you, and that's fine with y'all, cool and dandy. That type of relationship where you guys are secure in your relationship with one another and okay with having opposite gender friends and making sure that they aren't weird towards, your partner, I feel like that's perfectly fine. But if, those people are weird towards your significant other, they're not saying hi, they're not having a conversation with you, talk to each other about that.
Hmm.
And have a conversation with your friend about, them acting weird and why, they're doing what they're doing. So then that could be established between the two. I feel like it's okay to make friends with, guys while you're in a relationship, as long as it's not like flirty, whatever, whatever. Like, we're all going to college, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're all going to meet people. We're all going to be in groups with people. We're going to have these conversations with people. It's okay to be cordial with these people, make friends with them, because they can help you out in the long run, whether it's with school, work, jobs, etc., etc. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you have to make that known beforehand. Be like, yeah, you know, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, da da da, and then move on about life. Make sure that they know that you have a significant other, you're loyal to them before becoming friends with this person. Or while you're friends with this person, make it known. So then nothing is going on, nothing sketchy is going on. Outside of a relationship, I feel like it's cool, you know? If you are looking for a relationship, but you're also looking for a friendship, if you like the person, you don't want to make it known to them, okay, cool. If you want to make it known to the person or you feel a vibe with the other person, I feel like it's okay. Now, a regular friendship, set your boundaries with them. Like me and you, Ben, I tell you, I'm friends with guys. I can be
Yeah.
friends with guys. I've always been friends with guys since I was younger. I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, being told it's okay to be friends with a guy because, you know, they're no different. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
something between their legs that you don't have, but you know, y'all are kids. Like, it's okay. It's okay to just be friends. And if they feel a certain type of way towards you, be like, nah, I'm cool off of you. Like, I'm not feeling you how
Yeah.
you feeling me. Make it
Keep it
known.
real.
It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
You saying that, London, is one of the reasons why I brought you on for this subject, because you do have a lot of guy friends and you got experience in relationships too. So I felt like you would be the perfect guest to bring on today's show to talk about this. So yeah, so do you feel like a counterpoint to Isaiah's argument? So you do feel like you as a woman, you feel like it's cool to make new friends with guys while you're in a relationship.
I do. I really
Okay.
do.
I feel like my opinion is more based off of what I've been through and my experiences.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of people, you know, or a lot of girls claim, "Hey, that's my friend. That's my friend." And as soon as they break it with their significant other, you know what that friend trying to do after? He trying to slide in. And I done been, you know what I'm saying, that guy before. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like
real.
that's why I'm just kind of iffy about it. Now, like London said, like if you set that boundary beforehand, well then yeah, y'all got boundaries, y'all can talk it out. Cool. But if you don't set that boundary or somebody's going past your boundaries, I think, which usually is what happens in most situations, that's why I think you shouldn't be able to have friends or make new friends. I don't know. I'm just kind of I'm all for you, you all for me type of guy. You're gonna have to talk to people and make new connections, but I do that and I don't consider everybody my friend. You
Yeah,
know, like I make new
you can't.
connections. Exactly. I make new connections. I talk to a lot of people, but I tell everybody all the time, I only got about 3 real friends or 2 real friends. So I kind of just depends on how you look at what a friend really is. But I think of a friend as somebody that you hang out with, you know what I'm saying, outside of business. You call probably 3 to 4 times a week. Um, you know, maybe if you're older, you go get drinks with, or you don't know, you chill around with. That's what I think a friend
Mhm.
is. So that's just kind of my point on that topic.
To wrap this up, we got a few more question cards for y'all. So let's talk about what is the biggest misconception about male and female relationships?
I think the biggest misconception might be that a lot of guys become friends. A lot of people do assume like, hey, this guy became friends with this female just because she looks good. One thing about me
Mhm.
is I'm gonna be cool with anybody. Like whether if you not my type, or I don't find you attractive, or I do find you attractive, if you're a cool person, you know what I'm saying, and I can see myself talking to you, I'm gonna talk to you. I think a lot of females or even guys, they say, "Oh, well, he's friends with her just because she looks good." She's trying to slide in. After she breaks up with her boyfriend or something like that. But I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions, at least for me. I'm talking based off my experiences. I've been friends with a lot of girls, and trust me, every girl that's my friend, I do not find them attractive. I just think they're cool and we have some stuff in common.
Hmm. Like you said, okay, so I'm gonna kind of bounce mine off yours because you kind of took my answer a little bit.
I did.
But you took my answer. But I'm gonna say this, like you said, if you cool people, you just cool people. I'm gonna rock with you. Whether you Frank's Red Hot, Red Devil, or Louisiana Hot Sauce, it don't matter. I'm gonna rock with you either way because we could be friends or whatever. But I'm gonna just say this. Um, like you said, if you cool people, you just cool people. I feel like all guys is not trying to, come with an ulterior motive to, like get in there to your situation. So yeah, I agree with you.
So to go off of what y'all said, I'm glad y'all think the way that y'all think. Not every guy wants to be friends with a female because they're attractive. For me, for instance, I'm not friends with guys that I find attractive. They're handsome, but not my type. There's a reason why I'm friends with these dudes. Is because I see them as a brother or, as a cousin. I see them as family.
Hmm.
That's not blood. I don't see them in no type of attractive way ever that disgustes me. I'm friends with them because we have stuff in common. They cool, they chill, and they don't see me in the same way as, a guy that I find attractive. They don't find me attractive in any type of way. Well, I hope not. And it's nice. That's disgusting. But it's nice to be friends with someone who is chill. I'm being for real. Like it's nice to be friends with someone who's chill and that is just trying to hang
Yeah.
out and be cool with you and guide you in the right direction, especially give you advice that, from a guy's perspective that is needed. If I'm coming to one of my homeboys, I'm coming to them from general, like with genuine curiosity. I'm not coming to them, like,
Hey, vice
hey, I
versa.
like you
Yeah.
type of thing. Like, yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
I want the same energy back.
Hmm. Right, right, right. No, I definitely get your opinion because sometimes I feel like when you become friends with a girl, I feel like, if that chemistry is there and when you know. And if it's not there, sometimes it's cool just to be cool.
Right.
So
All right. Let's move on to the next question. Should your significant other have the right to tell you who you can be friends with? Why?
hell no. Can't nobody can't nobody tell Benjamin Isom Ingram Jr. who he can and
Oh,
cannot be
okay.
friends with. No, no, you can't tell me who I can and can't be friends with because I feel like for me, especially the career field that I'm about to enter into, it's all about connections. Even about this podcast stuff, it's all about connections. And everything I do is all about connections. So people you meet down the line, you never know who you may meet. You never know who you may meet, and you never know who you may need. And relationships come and go, but a true friend is there forever if they a true friend. So can't no relationship dictate me to do anything. I'm gonna be friends with who I want to be friends with because I expect the same vice versa. I ain't gonna try and tell you who you can and can't be friends with. Now, if I feel like they have bad influence on you, or I feel like it's gonna cause you, you know, some harm or gonna make some discord into your life. I might try and like, sway you away from them only out of care and love, but that's it. But to answer the question, nah, you can't tell me who to be friends with and not be friends with.
I think I have to disagree with you, Ben. And the reason I
Mm,
won't say that is just because, like I said, I'm going based off experience. Now, I feel like if your partner say, "Hey, you can't be friends with this person," and they're coming like off as like, if they're telling you more like in a respectful way, like, "Hey, I don't want you to be friends with this person because they have a reason," I think that's cool. Like, for example, if as guys, we know when another guy's trying to slide in, bro. And if my
mhm.
girl has, if my girl, what I'm saying, has a boyfriend, or if my girl has a friend that's a boy or whatever, and I can see he's slowly trying to make moves, what I'm saying, I'm be like, hey, I don't feel comfortable with him being your friend, and I don't want you to be friends with him. I think she should understand that, and as long as I have good reasoning, I feel like she should cut him off.
Okay, now when you put it like that, I do agree with you.
Yeah,
Like you said, now if a dude trying to slide in, or vice versa. Now, if my girl, if she see like, another girl trying to like get with me on something, and we in a relationship, then yeah, I'm gonna understand that. But I'm the type of guy I'm gonna shoot that stuff down from the get go.
yeah.
So
But
it wouldn't even have to be no conversation.
for example, I done been with a girl before, and there's been a guy trying to slide in, and for some reason, she act like she don't be seeing how the guy's trying to slide in, and I be like, bro, you don't see the he be doing? And I just
She
feel like
don't want to
sometimes,
see it. That's a red flag.
right? And I feel like if she doesn't cut him off as a friend, um, that's when I cut myself off. As long as you have good reasoning, I feel like that's my biggest point.
Well, first of all, you need to stop dating dumb females.
Hold up, bro.
Cause
Hold up, bro.
I'm being
Go
so for
ahead.
real. Cause if you okay, maybe it's just because I'm not like a normal female. I'm not like these other girls out here, that's just going and is dumbfounded and clueless. But I know when a guy is trying to hit on me. I know when a guy is trying to slide up and, do whatever they're trying to do, because that's not cute. It's really not. Guys trying to slide up in your stuff and be flirtatious and be like, oh yeah, I know, you probably get this a lot, but you're really pretty and I don't care about your opinion. I never asked. Clearly you dated dumb girls.
Mhm.
But a girl should know when a guy is trying to hit on them. If a guy is trying to hit on them, they should know immediately to cut it off. Block them, delete the message, remove them, and then tell your partner, hey, I got this. Look at it, laugh about it, hee hee ha ha. Block the person, you know?
Mhm.
But I don't feel like, I see that as controlling. I don't know if that's just because I got issues, but
Mhm.
a guy trying to tell me, yeah, you shouldn't be friends with that person. That's, first of all, who are you to tell me who I should and shouldn't be friends with?
Mhm.
That's an issue. Now,
Yeah.
I get what y'all mean, if you have a reason behind it, okay, cool. I'll remove the person. I'll block them, do whatever you want me to do.
Mhm.
But don't ever in your right mind tell a female you cannot be friends with a certain person unless
Mhm.
you have a reason, a good reason, and I mean like a amazing reason why this person should not be in their life at all. Other than that, I mean, I feel like it's fine to be friends
Yeah.
with people.
Yeah. Now, let's get to some situations. Your best friend of 5 years suddenly tells you they've had feelings for you the entire time. What do you say? What do you do?
5 years? That's
5 years.
crazy. 5 years too long. is exactly what I tell him. 5 years too long. You could have told me way beforehand, that you have feelings for me, and then we could have set this in place, set our boundaries, like, no, I don't like you, I'm not messing with you like that, leave me alone, type thing, go find somebody else. 5
What if they were
years?
scared? What if
I
they were
don't care if
scared?
you're scared. Don't then I'm gonna look at you sideways, because if we're best friends, we've trusted each other to tell, our secrets and everything that we've done, etc., etc. And you're telling me now, 5 years, we're probably married at that point. We're having kids. I don't know, something. And you're
But
now telling me that
but
you
let's
have
say
feelings
that
for
you're
me.
not.
And
But let's
I
say
don't.
that you're not. Let's say that you're not married and that you ain't got kids.
I don't.
And let's say you was in a relationship and maybe they didn't want to impede on that relationship. Or or look at it like this. What about if they didn't want to ruin a friendship and you were single and they felt like this is the perfect time to tell you when they trying to settle down?
He should already know that I don't mess with him. I tell every one of my homeboys this. When I become friends with them, I always tell them, and you could correct me if I'm wrong. I always tell them, I don't find my homeboys attractive. I'm friends with
Mhm.
them because, I see them as a brother. Have I told you that?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So if I tell them this at the beginning of our friendship, and you decide, nah, I don't even care what you said, 5 years down the road, you decide to tell me that you have feelings with me, immediately I'm gonna cut you off, because no.
You
Five
gonna
five
you gonna cut
years,
them off?
bro.
5, I'm telling you,
You gonna cut them off?
5 years,
five
bro.
5 years, I don't care. I love the person, probably,
Mm-hmm.
but 5 whole years that you could have told me
Mm-hmm.
that you liked me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't do
What
it,
What if
because
about
I
he
that?
don't see
What
you that
about
way.
what if he picked up feelings like during the friendship? Like what if he didn't even like you at first? He didn't see you like that. And
exactly?
then
You can
That's a
grow
him problem.
feelings. You
That's a
can
him
grow
problem.
feelings.
That's a him problem. I
uh,
probably told you my dirtiest secrets. I probably told you what I've done, who I did, etc., etc. And
Oh,
you
you did?
really, yes, who I did. And you decide that, nah, you told me all this, we're close, whatever, whatever. I still like you. I still want to be with you. No, no, I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
um, Maybe it's different for guys and girls. Maybe I ain't thinking about it deep enough. Now it depends on where I'm at in life. Now, if I'm in a relationship and you come to me and you tell me like, listen, I got feelings for you. I don't know what to tell you, especially if I'm in a relationship because I don't feel the same way towards you. Now, if we best friends and I'm single and depending on the kind of female you are, I make and I may make a decision based upon how I feel about you and your personality, our conversations, your values. So you never know. But I ain't gonna say I would cut them off now. Oh, well, I would cut them off if I was in a relationship. But if I'm single, then you know I ain't gonna cut you off. I might explore that option.
nah, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Ben, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of agree with you on that. I ain't gonna lie, because
Of
Hmm.
the thing
course.
about it, the thing about it is, it's just like, okay, if I'm in a relationship and my best friend tell me, my girl best friend tell me, hey, I caught feelings for you. I'm starting to like you. Obviously, I'm gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? I'm a loyal man. Black men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? But let's say like I don't have a girl and my friend is somewhat attractive and she's
Hold
smart.
on, somewhat.
But
Why? Why somewhat?
This dude says
because
somewhat
because
attractive.
because I feel like when you're talking about I'm more of a guy that looks on the inside. You know what I'm saying? If you're like,
Mm-mm.
I feel like
Continue.
I feel like if I'm not in a relationship and she's just a cool person and I know a lot of stuff about her already. Because most of the relationships I've been in, we started off as friends anyway. You know, so I feel it's just if it's another option, just like Ben said, I'll be down to explore it.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this then. If you know who she's been with, who she's messed with, who she got in bed with, okay, it could be some of the ugliest dudes. You would still get with this girl?
Yeah, that's why I said depending on the
Oh,
background.
you got to think about this. We 18. By the time we get 40, who knows how many bodies we finna have?
Okay.
I mean, that's just how I feel about that. Like, I can't worry about the past as long as he ain't give her nothing. Because, if this started with an ST, it ain't coming close to me. But,
Just
you know, I'm just saying, but, you know,
yo, this dude.
I don't care. I don't care about that past. It's about what's in the present. And could she be my future?
Mm,
Right.
interesting. I'm concerned
Go
for both of
ahead.
y'all, first of all.
Oh,
How you
Concern,
because
concern.
how you
concern.
yes, because how would you
Concern.
lay okay.
Scenario two. Okay. Your boyfriend or girlfriend says, I don't like your best friend. Do you end the friendship or the relationship?
I don't like your
Um,
best friends.
I guess I'll
Hmm.
start. If my girlfriend says, hey, I don't like your best friend, if she says, hey, I don't like Ben, um, I don't know how you don't like Ben. I don't know what Ben would do. Like I said, this is another one of those things where you have to give me good reasoning. But being that it's Ben, the the other co-host of the Speak Like Brothers podcast, um, I'll just probably she'll just have to deal with it. I ain't gonna say I'm in a relationship, but she'll just have to deal with it.
Right.
But if I did have to end it, it probably would be the relationship. Because Ben have been here for me since she wasn't here for last. I don't got a girl right now, so if I do get one, Ben is gonna be here before she was. So
Hmm.
if I had to end one, it'll probably be the relationship. Yeah.
I can second that as Isaiah being the co-host of the Speak Like Brothers podcast and my best friend. If my girl didn't like him, she would definitely have to give me some reasons to why to why she ain't like him. But like I said, I've been knowing him for years, and people that's been down me for years, I can't just throw them away because you don't like them. I think that she would have to either, deal with it or shake a bone and get the hell on because my my homies ain't going nowhere, especially Isaiah or Isaiah. I forgot. I got to point this way, Isaiah.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, she gonna have to deal with it.
I agree with y'all. There's no reason not to like my best friends. Like
Hmm.
at all. You don't like them, that's your problem, and you gonna have to go immediately. It's not no, you gonna have to deal with it. It's you leaving because my best friend is going to be with me at my wedding at the table with me
Yep.
beside me.
Yep.
So if you have an issue with that, bye bye.
Right.
End of story.
Yeah. Well, let's get into scenario number 3. So your best friend gets into a serious relationship and slowly stops talking to you. Do you understand or do you feel replaced?
I'm one of those guys. If we're best friends and you go get a boyfriend or whatever, um, I'm gonna obviously expect you to talk to me a little less, not as much as you did when you had no boyfriend. Because me, I'm the other way. If it was the other way around, I would do the same thing. I'm pretty sure my significant other wouldn't want me talking to my best friend just as much as I talk to her. So I just think, no, I wouldn't feel replaced. I might be upset a little bit, like, dang, like my best friend, I can't talk to her like I used to, but feeling replaced is like, no, it's never gonna get to that point because we're not dating. So like, if I feel replaced, I'm gonna go replace her. Shoot.
Okay. No, I wouldn't feel replaced at all. I mean, because half the time a girl isn't really comfortable with, guys having a girl best friend, but that's her problem, not a me problem. And I'm always going to be here. So we're basically brother sisters. So I'm not going to feel replaced. That's his girl. I know my place. As long as she knows hers, he knows his. I'm fine with us not talking at all, or not as often as we would. Girl best friend, it's a little different. Because most guys don't know their place in their relationship. They want to smack the girl's butt, and they want to claim, this is my butt, this is my, this is my body. Like, really, I was here first. That's mine. I was slapping it before you. I was laying on it before you.
Wait,
Wait, hold up.
It's different for girls and guys, because guys, they're not touchy on their homeboys. Like, that's not y'all. That's gay. Okay.
So you
Girls,
touchy
us
touchy?
doing it.
You touchy with your friends?
right.
Not like that, but like, I need a hyper
You definitely
up.
touchy.
I'm a hyper up. I'm gonna make sure I claim that. You feel me? That's mine. That's not yours. That's mine. And I'm not in a weird way.
Oh, you
but I'm making sure
territorial,
that he
ain't
knows
you?
his place.
Mm.
I'm just making sure he knows his place. Like, yeah, you're gonna be her husband and whatever the case may be, but I need him to remember I was there first. That's mine, not yours.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't text me as often, it's whatever. I'm gonna be a little salty about it, but I'm not gonna feel replaced.
Okay, so
But that's definitely my property for sure.
when it comes to a girl best friend, then yeah, I expect her to stop talking to me less too, because if she trying to talk to me as much and she got a relationship, that stuff can like grow jealousy, and guys deal with stuff differently than women. So yeah, I don't even need them problems these days. So yeah, I'm cool on that. Nurture your connection. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Let's move on to our next segment. We're gonna ask you some questions, London, and we're gonna call this segment Rapid Fire. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so and one word answers only. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Text or FaceTime?
FaceTime.
Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
What's the biggest green flag in a guy?
Biggest green flag. Communication.
Biggest red flag?
Lying.
Love at first sight.
What do I answer to that? Like, do I believe it or not? Like,
Yeah.
yes. Kinda.
Soulmates?
Yes.
Would you do a long distance relationship?
Yes.
Double texting?
Yes.
Ghosting. Have you ever ghosted somebody?
I have.
All right.
Okay, you did a good
Oh,
job. We always do Brothers Court on the Speak Like Brothers podcast, but today we're going to add you to be a part of the jury. A woman tells her boyfriend that my best friend is a guy. The boyfriend says, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable with that. Who's right? Who's wrong?
I think the boyfriend would be wrong. I feel like instead of saying I don't feel comfortable with that, I'll be more of like, okay, who is this guy? Why haven't I seen him? Can I meet him? I'll ask more questions so I know who this guy is. Because if you're a girl saying, okay, my best friend is a guy, um, it's different if you say I have a guy friend. But if you consider somebody your best friend and you say he's a guy, I feel like that means okay, you're very, very close with this guy. So I would like to meet him and talk to him rather than just saying,
Mhm.
okay, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want him to be your best friend. With that being said, I think the girl is right for at least telling him, letting it be known. And I think the guy is wrong for just I don't feel comfortable with that. I think he should ask a little bit more questions and went about it a different way.
Mhm. Yeah. I feel the same way. I feel like the guy is wrong too because, like you said, if you said this guy's your best friend, anyone that you close with, and we in a relationship, I want to know who they are too. So I'm not gonna be quick to just shut it down and be like, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable with that. Y'all can't be best friends," especially if that was before me because
Right.
I don't know what y'all history is and how far y'all went back. So I feel like it's not fair to have that kind of control and say something like that. I honestly agree with you, Isaiah. Like you said, you should ask more questions and honestly ask if you want to. If you don't feel comfortable with it, meet him for yourself. You're a
Right.
man just like he is. You got a mouth, meet him.
Mm.
So
Right.
I agree with
that's
both
what I
y'all.
think.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
What? London
Um,
agrees with us? No, just kidding.
the girl was definitely right in the situation for speaking up, especially since I said yes to communication. That's a green flag. Communication is key within a relationship. You should always tell your significant other if you're friends with, a certain person, made new friends with a certain person. I agree. She was right. The guy, he was wrong. Should have went about it a different way. Should have asked more questions, like you said. Um, Meet the guy, talk to him, have a man to man conversation, and talk, eat, whatever. And maybe y'all can relate to
Mhm.
some things. Maybe y'all can laugh about some things that
Yeah, right.
about the girl. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. Because
Um.
he may know something you don't and how to deal
Right.
with it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So we're gonna flip the
Because
mic. Okay, we're gonna give London a chance to ask me and Ben questions. To ask us anything, a minute to 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, first question, for both of y'all.
mhm.
What what was your longest relationship? Why did it end? What are some things that went wrong
Oh
in the
man.
relationship to make it end?
You said what was my longest relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd he go?
Ben,
So, he hasn't had a relationship thus far yet.
It's only been 18
it
years.
could be a friendship.
Oh. Oh, I thought you was talking about a relationship. I would have never
It
dropped
could
down the
be
ground and hit my knee.
Oh.
well, a relationship means anything. A relationship with a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. Any type of relationship.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about like a relationship. But
If you've been in one.
um probably just about um All my real friends I met in high school, I'm still friends with them. Um, just about everyone I met on my football team back in seventh grade, I'm still cool with all of them. Let's see. Yeah.
See, me, I've never been in a romantic relationship. So,
You have
um, I get, why are you looking like that, man?
You said you haven't been in a romantic relationship.
exactly what I'm saying.
Huh? I haven't.
London, you smell that?
Smell
Yeah,
what?
you smell
You smell that bullshit?
I smell some
All right, bro.
eyes.
My longest relationship is probably like 9 months. I think it's 9 months. Um,
Okay.
a romantic relationship was 9 months. I think it ended, if I can remember. We just weren't compatible. Like we argued a lot, and we were more kind of more mature enough to end it. Um, and I guess we're kind of still cool to this day, but we're not like romantic or in a relationship how we once were. Um, I did try to get that relationship back though, but yeah, it ended just because we just weren't compatible. We were just more mature enough to end the relationship, and I would say yeah, that's what happened.
So do you still have her on social media and everything? Y'all still like
I mean, she got me
friends
on
and stuff?
TikTok. Like we don't talk as much, or like not really. Like I would call her like here and there, like over the past couple of months, but we don't. No, we don't really talk, text, or talk on no platforms. But we're cool. Like we keep it cordial, and she might say hey to me if she sees me in public, but it's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So before we wrap today's episode, we want to give a special shout out and thank you to London for coming on to the podcast today. We thank you for your time, engaging in the conversations.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you again for coming up.
Yes. Thank
We
you,
appreciate
London.
you. Um, without being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. I'm your favorite brother, Isaiah.
And we already know that I'm your favorite brother, Ben. And what we always tell y'all, until next episode, peace in the Middle East.
Don't wanna hurt no more. I just wanna live my life. I did what I thought was right, but they said I was wrong. I'm tryna say